Hello and what is up? Welcome once again, yet again to another episode right here on this channel. So in this video, we are going to interpret the spiritual and the biblical meaning of camels. We also look at the general meaning as well. So stay tuned as we interpret the general, spiritual, and biblical meanings of camel in dreams. Camels have long been regarded as symbols of endurance, patience, and also survival in challenging conditions. In biblical times, camels were precious possessions that represented wealth, sustenance, and the ability to traverse difficult terrains. When a camel appears in your dream, it often signifies your capacity to weather life's storms and also to maintain your spiritual journey despite obstacles. These desert dwellers are known for their ability to store resources and also to survive long periods without water. In spiritual terms, this can represent your inner reserves of faith, wisdom, and resilience. A camel in your dream might be encouraging you to tap into these stored resources during challenging times. In biblical context, camels played significant roles in various stories. You remember how Rebecca was identified as Isaac's future wife while watering camels. This connects camels to divine timing and testimony, and also destiny. They were also mentioned in Jesus' teachings about wealth and humility, with the famous easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle metaphor. So this famous easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle metaphor is one thing that your mind should go on when it comes to Jesus' teachings about wealth and humility. So we are going to look at 10 common dream scenarios featuring camels and their spiritual meanings. If you saw yourself riding a camel peacefully, if you dream of calmly riding a camel across the desert, this often symbolizes that you are on the right spiritual path. The steady pace of the camel suggests that you are making consistent progress in your faith journey. This dream can indicate that while your progress might not be rapid, you are moving forward with wisdom and also with purpose. If you saw yourself in a dream struggling to control a camel, dreams where you are having difficulty managing a camel might reflect your inner spiritual conflict or resistance to divine guidance. This scenario could be highlighting areas in your life where you are trying to force your own way instead of trusting in divine timing and also direction. It's a call to surrender and trust the journey. If you saw a caravan of camels in your dream often represents community and shared spiritual journey. This might be encouraging you to connect with fellow believers or suggest that you soon encounter people who will journey alongside with you in your faith walk. It can also symbolize the accumulated wisdom of traditional spiritual teachings. If you encountered a thirsty camel in your dream, this could represent your own spiritual thirst or the need for divine refreshment. This dream might be prompting you to seek spiritual nourishment, perhaps through prayer, meditation, or deeper study of scripture. It's a reminder that just as camels need to replenish their resources, so do our souls. If you saw a camel that was kneeling before you in your dream, when you dream of a camel kneeling, this often symbolizes humility and submission to divine will. It might indicate a season where you need to humble yourself before God or suggest that your current humble attitude is aligned with spiritual wisdom. This can also represent answered prayers, as camels often kneel to receive their burdens or to rest. If you saw yourself feeding a camel, if you are feeding a camel in your dream, this could represent nurturing your spiritual gifts or caring for your faith. It might indicate that you are in a season of spiritual nourishment and also growth. This dream can also suggest that you are being called to care for others on their spiritual journey. If you saw a dead or a sick camel, encountering a dead or a sick camel in your dream, this might represent neglected spiritual aspects of your life or a warn of spiritual dehydration. So you must be alert. This could be a wake-up call to revive your faith practices or address areas where you've become spiritually malnourished. It might also represent the need to let go of old religious traditions that no longer serve your spiritual growth. If you saw a baby camel in your dream, dreaming of a baby camel often symbolizes new beginnings in your spiritual journey or the birth of a new faith initiative. This could represent emerging spiritual gifts, new ministry opportunities, or fresh insights into your faith. It might also indicate that the need to nurture and protect new aspects of your spiritual life. Camels carrying precious cargo in your dreams. If you dream of seeing camels that was carrying valuable goods, this often symbolizes spiritual treasures or divine promises being delivered to you. This might represent upcoming blessings, answered prayers, or maybe spiritual insights that will enrich your life. It can also suggest that you are being entrusted with spiritual responsibilities or gifts to share with others. If you saw a camel that was refusing to move in your dream, if you dream of a stubborn camel that won't move, this might represent resistance to spiritual growth or divine timing. This scenario could be highlighting areas where you are experiencing spiritual stagnation or refusing to move forward in your faith. It might be encouraging you to examine what's holding you back from progressing in your spiritual journey. Dreams about camels